and start recording. There we go. Hello, everybody. And I'll just have to scroll across the top so I can see everybody who's here. Thank you guys for jumping on our Sunday night ambassador training Zoom. I've really enjoyed having it as a Zoom instead of just a call, because then I get to see everybody's lovely faces and that makes me happy. We've got people from all over the country, which is super exciting. And I love end of month. The end of the month is so exciting and thrilling for me for lots and lots of reasons. So we have two of our newest promoted ambassadors are on this call. We have a brand new senior gold ambassador, Leanne Lanow, and Lori Harley right behind, one day behind, or actually it was the same day. Lori Harley is also now a senior gold ambassador. So two huge promotions, so exciting. Congratulations, guys. It's been so much fun point stalking with you guys. Just so you guys know, with our new computer system, it's not real time anymore. So the computer updates about every 2 to 3 hours. So if people are placing orders and you're expecting to see those points show up, a lot of times it's going to be delayed 2 to 3 hours depending on when the order processed and when the update occurs. So just to let you guys know, just some FYI for that. So we are going to zoom through a few more chapters. We're almost done with Millionaire by Halftime, and I just really feel like the content in this book has been amazing. The sale for this book, the 40% off, was extended through tonight. So you can go to presleyswaggerty.com and it's 40% off this book and his other book. So that I went ahead and ordered a bunch more just because I love it so much. So it's been a great book. This is about my 5th time through. As you can see, it's like doggy-eared and all highlighted, and I've got notes, and it just really, really is a great book for getting started, getting restarted, helping to learn how to start training your teams as you're adding new people. It's just an all-around great book. So I've got some highlighted sections I just want to kind of hit on, and then we can kind of open it up if you guys have questions, or if anybody has a question that they want to say or address, about that specific section, and then we'll just chat a little bit more about the end of the month. So we're on chapter 11, and he's talking about how important it is to set appointments. And this quote I absolutely love. Your primary objective is to set appointments with people on your list so you can show them a business presentation. If you're not getting in front of people, then your business isn't growing. I think that is a really, really great quote, because I think sometimes a lot of us are like, well, I feel like I'm just doing, and I'm working so hard and nothing is happening. Well, if that working hard is scrolling on Facebook and organizing your office and creating your list and staying busy with tasks that aren't income producing, if you're not getting in front of people and sharing the presentation, then your business isn't growing. So I absolutely love that quote. Setting up appointments to talk to people is where it's at. And I know a lot of you are working so hard. I've talked to so many of you, and you say, I'm meeting at Panera for so-and-so. We're going to have coffee. I have a lunch date with this person. I've got I was trying to schedule something to meet with one of my level 1 ambassadors, and she's like, I'm sorry, I'm booked here. I've got a coffee date, I've got a lunch date, I've got this, I've got that. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And she's really getting good at doing all of those one-on-one presentations. So the sole purpose of an invitation is to set up an appointment. So when you're making your list and then reaching out to somebody and saying, hey, I'd love to share with you, can we get together to chat? Or, hey, I'd love to share with you, can we jump on the phone and have a phone call? It's not to explain the entire business. So when you invite, you don't want to invite and then puke plexus all at once. The invitation should be short and sweet. It should be a quick, hey, I'd love to chat with you. Can we have lunch tomorrow at 12:30? And the actual invitation an appointment setting should be short and sweet. And then when you get them to either the phone call or the lunch or the coffee or whatever it is, that's when you can lay out the presentation. So I thought that was really good. I'm not going to go into it. He's got a 4-circle method for how you can get in and get out and really quickly invite people. You know, the whole, hey, I've only got 2 minutes, but I just wanted to call you and let you know I was thinking about you and I'd love to get together. How's tomorrow? You know, this creating a sense of urgency. So I'm not going to go into that. But I wanted to just highlight just for a second, when you're wanting to share with somebody, and you get like that brick wall, you get somebody saying no thank you or whatever, the most effective response for any objection that somebody could give you when you say, hey, I'd love to share with you is, hey, you won't hurt my feelings if you don't want to get involved, but I'd love for you to at least take a look. So when they tell you no before they have all of the information, just saying, hey, that's okay if it's not for you, if you don't think it's for you, but can I at least have coffee with you and buy you a cup of coffee and share with you what I'm doing? So then, you can let them know. No pressure, no big deal, but please just don't say no until we've actually had a chance to meet and talk for a few minutes about it. So I thought that was a really good way to move through that. And then the other thing is the key is your strong belief and how we posture ourselves and present ourselves. And I really, really think that's important. That goes right into the next section that I have highlighted. Presley Swaggerty said he had a friend whose name was Susan, and he called her Ignorance on Fire. And I thought that was a great nickname for somebody to have, because when she joined the company, she had no clue about the compensation plan. She had no idea how anything worked. I doubt she could have told you even the name of our company, but none of that mattered. Why? Because she was so excited. Her passion and her enthusiasm made up for her lack of knowledge. She moved with urgency. You could feel her enthusiasm. Today, Susan has now earned millions of dollars in network marketing. She's a top producer and she's inspired thousands of people. Along the way, she has taught me a valuable lesson. Enthusiasm and urgency are more important than knowledge. So a lot of people are really nervous and hung up about, well, I can't set up an invitation and I can't meet with somebody because I don't know all of the names and all of the ingredients of everything and every single ingredient. And that a lot of times is that green personality that Big Al talks about, all of the details and the scientific information. But Presley Swaggerty is highlighting that you don't have to know it all, okay? So that's why your team is here to help you with three-way calls, uplines can help and all of that. But if you're excited, if you're passionate, if you know that you love these products and they're doing amazing things for you, that excitement and sense of urgency is going to get you further than just waiting for, hey, I've got to know every answer to everything. I really like to share the example. I had a gal on our team, and she actually went silver before she ever tasted the Slim and before she ever got her welcome pack. And it was because she understood my excitement and my passion was strong enough that she felt like, okay, I'm just going to believe you. And that sense of urgency for you can do this was enough for her. And so as soon as we got her signed up, she hung up the phone and she started calling all her friends. She said, you know what? I just want to let you know I'm a Plexus ambassador. That's all I know right now. But you heard it from me first. And she actually had 3 people join her before she ever even tasted her first sample of Plexus Slim. So that right there is belief and excitement, and that whole excite and invite is very, very powerful. So where are you with your belief? Where are you with your excitement? Do you talk louder and faster when you're sharing about Plexus? I know I always do, but that's just because it's been so life-changing. If you don't have that excitement, go out and read some more testimonials. Call your upline. Get some more information and stories so that you can find that place where you say, I'm excited. I want to get out and share. I think that's a really, really great thing. Urgency is a natural byproduct of enthusiasm. If your opportunity is important and you're excited about your new business, then you'll come across with urgency in your invitation. And it says, well, Presley, what if I don't feel like being excited? And he says, if you act excited, then you soon will be excited. So it's one of those, our mindset matters, and what we say and do will help us shift our focus. So I thought that was great. He talks about the importance. You can do one-on-ones, you can do two-on-ones, you can do 3-way calls, you can do home meetings. I know a lot of you have had those living room home meetings. I just did one with Ashley Schilling, and we zoomed in like this, but she filled her whole living room. And then I zoomed in and I was on their big flat screen TV. I guess it was over their fireplace or something. And so home meetings can be great. You have some, snacks, some hors d'oeuvres, you sample the pink drink, you get some people together, at the house, and it can be very laid back and very casual, and it can be a great way to share after you've invited to share the information. And then a hotel meeting or opportunity event. And I want to remind you guys that we are fast approaching the opportunity tours. They actually started last week. And so I want you guys to look at that on either the Plexus Slim corporate Facebook page, or we should have gotten an email that has the whole schedule. Find an opportunity near you, and then I want you to invite. This is your chance to use a corporately sponsored large Plexus event to help grow your business, okay? So if you have friends or family in towns that you don't live in, but there's a meeting, call and send and invite people to that meeting. You don't have to be there for them. So I know there's one coming to Kentucky where Lori is. Leanne lives in Arkansas, and I know she's got a lot of friends still in Kentucky. So I told her, that's your homework. See how many people you can get to that opportunity meeting, because it's going to be in Kentucky. So use those big corporately sponsored events when there's hundreds of people all in one room, all excited. A lot of times that positive peer pressure can be a great thing for you guys to help share with your prospects and for them to jump on board. And then websites, webinars, Facebook events. Presley talks about if you're going to invite to something and use a different form of social media or multimedia to get your invitation and your business presentation done, I guess you could call it a webinar when I've done some screen shares, or those Facebook events are doing amazing things. And I am so proud. Pretty much everybody that I see on this screen has helped either host or participated in one of our team sponsored Plexus Facebook events. And they've been amazing. And now the great thing with that is it's duplicating. So at any given night, I've probably got 2 or 3 team members doing individual team Facebook events. And those have been really great. Okay, last thing I wanted to hit up is the chapter on follow-up, chapter 15, and then we'll kind of open it up. And if you guys have questions or comments or what your favorite thing was about the last few chapters, he talks about the fortune is truly in the follow-up. And it sounds so cliche, but he says the success begins with how you think, with your mindset, and with your level of commitment. This also applies to follow-up. Are you committed, or are you simply dipping your big toe into the water? A person who isn't fully committed is easily shaken by rejection, but a professional one is fully committed, and they know that a no doesn't necessarily mean no, it just means not now. So there's that graphic that's been going around about how many times somebody has to hear about something before they're ready to make a decision. And I think it said that over 80% of people make a decision after they've been exposed to the information 7 to 12 times. So if you're sharing information sharing Plexus with somebody, and you just follow up once, you may or may not be successful. If you only follow up 3 times or 4 times, they say it takes over 7 times for most people to make a decision about, do I want to purchase or do I want to join something. So if you're not being diligent with having some kind of system, I've got my planner, having some kind of system, writing down, hey, this is who I talk to. I keep lists every single month. I keep lists for who I've talked to, what they've said, did they get a trial, so that you can go back and follow up, because they might need to hear from you every 2 weeks, 7 times. To actually make a decision. He says 3 character traits of positive, successful follow-up is 1, you must be positive, 2, you must be patient, and 3, you must be persistent. And I have to tell you, my mom said yes to me because she's my mom and she's great. Casey, who is one of my top leaders, she said no thank you for over a year. And had I not been persistent and patient and positive, I could have missed out on a really amazing business builder. But I kept revisiting, and I knew that no just meant no for now. Things weren't a good timing. So it worked out that after over a year, she decided to jump on board. So everybody is different, and it's going to be a matter of how can I follow up. Timing is absolutely everything. If we're committed, we don't care how long it takes. If we truly believe in our business, and if we truly care about the other person, we'll come back, and we'll keep coming back, either until you get a sure or a no, don't ever talk to me again. And if you guys have looked on our team page, I posted a really, really good blog post, whatever. One of the day challenges was on follow-up, and it was from Melissa Eichenhorst. And she actually has a video on ways to follow up. And I loved it because she said, one time you check in, you could just share a testimonial and say, hey, I was thinking about you. This came across my news feed. I wanted to send this your way. If in your notes, in your planner, you've been jotting down, okay, I talked to Susie and she struggles with chronic pain, and she's got this, and this. If you see a testimony that you think pertains to Susie and she hasn't made a decision to purchase products, just send her the testimonial and say, hey girl, I was thinking about you, wanted to send this your way. Hope you're having a fabulous Thursday. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. So it doesn't have to be, are you going to buy my products? Are you going to join my team? When you check in with them, it can just be dripping of you continuing to build that relationship and scheduling those different time frames for you to actually share with them. Or, anytime there's a new special, if the company launches a special, checking back in with them saying, hey, I know we talked a few weeks ago and you expressed some interest. Just wanted to follow up with you and let you know we're running this, XYZ special. Wouldn't want you to miss out on that. There's lots of different ways that you can check in with people and follow up. When corporate launched that new Journeys video, the 3-minute video that's got some storylines and stuff, I loved it. And I literally went back through my Facebook, and anybody that I had sent information to who had not made a decision, I sent them the link to that 3-minute video. Hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Just wanted to check back in. We've got this amazing new video. I would love your thoughts on it. And then I sent them the link. And actually had a few people who had not, who had seen my messages before, who hadn't said anything, who commented back after I sent that video. So just finding different ways to touch people and share information without it being the same. But I would say, some people say every 7 to 10 days. Some people say every 2 weeks. You can bump a few people out to the once a month. I've got one gal, and I looked back, and the last time I was doing it, like monthly, and then it was every 3 months, and then it was every 6 months. And now I look back and I was like, well, goodness, I haven't touched base with her since last April. So I checked back in with her today, just pop back in. Hey, hope you're doing great. Hope you're having a great, start to your 2016. Would love to hear from you. So it can be a lot of different things, but just remember that over 80% of people who have decided to go as either a customer or join something or make a decision, period, were exposed to something between 7 and 12 times. So that's very, very important. Okay. I am going to open it up, and if you guys have any comments about what you were thinking about Millionaire by Halftime and how we're doing, if you have any questions, if you guys just want to comment on what something was that you learned or liked hearing when you read that, you can just hover your mouse over your box and you can unmute. We'll leave everybody muted just so we don't have background noise, but feel free to unmute, and I'll see if I can find your box so I can see who I'm looking at. And don't all talk at once. I might have to start asking some questions. We'll get some of Presley Swaggerty's questions out, and I might start calling on people. Quiet. I know everybody's just so tired because you've been working all day because it's the end of the month and you're just rocking and rolling. I'm looking to see if he had some of the questions.
Hey, Sarah, it's Jess.
Hey.
Okay, so tomorrow is our opportunity of a lifetime meeting.
Okay.
Seattle. And I was trying to invite people. Like I did the Facebook Messenger, but I did the audio so that it was still a little bit more personable than just typing a message. I have people that aren't interested or are interested but can't make it. So one person I said, hey, I know you struggle with high blood pressure. That's why she can't make it because she has to go to the doctor. was like, can I send you some testimonies? And she read it or listened to it, but hasn't said anything. So should I just wait for a response or should I send something? Like, that's where I feel like I'm falling. I don't know what to do.
Yep. So if the meeting's tomorrow, I would just follow up with her right after the meeting and say, hey, I'm so sorry that you missed this meeting. You know, there was some amazing information shared. I would love it if maybe we could schedule a time to chat or maybe even go to coffee so that we could see if there's a few products that might, you know, be right for you. Or just do another spin-off of, I'm so sorry you missed this meeting, but it's okay if you missed that meeting. I'm still here. You know, we can still schedule a time to catch up and get together.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And another thing, if you're inviting to big events like that, and, you know, telling people, hey, I'd love to take you to dinner and then we'll go to the meeting together, you'll always do better picking them up and bringing them with you. And bribing them with coffee or dinner. Okay, so we've got another question that came in the chat. You've got people who are ignoring you. Okay, so something with this would be, are you, the way you're presenting your message, does it not evoke a response? So are you sharing information, and it could be literally they read it and feel like that was completed and that they don't have to address it. So maybe it doesn't have a strong enough call to action for something that you're asking them to do. I actually think there was a part in there that Presley was talking about. If we can keep control of the conversation and always keep looking to that next, hey, I'm going to share a link with you. Do you think you'd have time to watch it by next Thursday? I'm going to call you Friday at noon so we can chat about what you thought. And then they have to either say, oh, no, I'm busy Friday. You can't call me. Okay, great. If you're busy Friday at noon, how about we talk Saturday at 10? And if you keep saying something that's going to require them to respond, let them know, hey, I'm going to keep checking in with you until I get a, nope, don't want to hear it, so sorry. Now, I do have to tell you, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt multiple times, and I give them a grace period, because when I'm busy on my phone or have like 20 instant message things that pop up, sometimes I inadvertently see a message and I didn't ever actually read it and make a mental note of what I was supposed to do. And you guys probably don't get, 50 messages an hour. So it might not be as difficult, but sometimes I actually see a message and it says seen, but I didn't address it. So I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, once or twice. There are some really cute new emojis. And there's one, I think I told you guys this a few weeks ago. It's a cartoon and it's pointing up and it says, I know you've seen this. She's holding a sign. I know you've seen this. So don't do that. I wouldn't recommend that. But doing some kind of call to action, can I call you? If you ask a question, then they're going to have to respond at some time. Now, if they just flat out ignore you month after month after month, I would say, we're not going to beat a dead horse and to move on. But still continue to check in, if there's a new message or a new special, or if you think they've expressed any kind of interest at all. But there's always going to be those few who just ignore. They don't think it's for them. It's the wrong time. They don't want to mess with it. But until they say, hey, guess what? Stop messaging me. I don't want to hear from you anymore. I would say every few months, check back in and just say, hey, I'm still doing this. Or those will probably be the people that, because you've messaged them, now they're curious. They just don't want to let you know they're curious. So that's where consistent Facebook posting comes into play, because they will probably watch you and they will want to see if you're going to fall flat on your face or if you're going to stay consistent and keep moving forward. And those will probably be the ones. And let me tell you, if you guys aren't taking the opportunity to message people, to wish them a happy birthday and just check in with them and continue relationships, I've actually consciously gone through my news feed and through my friends list. Hey, who who haven't I seen on here for a while, and go to their page and like something or comment on something. And several times now I've gotten a message back saying, hey, how the heck are you? I hadn't seen your stuff in a while. What's this Plexus stuff that you're doing? So just by me interacting on their page, then they started seeing my posts, and then they messaged me and asked me about Plexus without me even having to ask them. So that might be something that you guys want to try. Just trying to interact and engage and add value and build relationships can help move things forward. So I hope that helps a little bit. But creating some kind of call to action and trying to elicit a response from somebody so that they have to answer your question when you message them, rather than just presenting information that they can potentially read and move on and not do anything about. I see Katie's on here. Katie's a new silver. I'm trying to scroll and look and see. I know we've got lots of people. Congratulations, Katie, on reaching silver. And we've got some other people on. Does anybody else have a comment or a question?
Hey, Sarah.
Yes.
Oh, it's Ashley Thompson. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, I was just going to add, I think we all have a lot of people that don't ignore the message. And what I do is, if they don't say anything, even if I end it with a question or I'll follow up in a couple days, I'll wait probably 3 to 7 days, and then I'll say, hey, totally didn't mean to offend you. I just know that you had some interest in the past. And almost always they'll respond and say, oh my gosh, no, I'm sorry, I was driving, and and then we continue the conversation. So I just want to add that.
Very good. That's actually a great thing, Ashley, to bring up. One of them that I followed up with today, it's been a year since she responded to anything, and she had been very, very interested. And I actually said, hey, I'm not sure if I said something that upset you, but if that was the case, I'm so sorry. So we'll wait and see if she comes back with anything, but that is a very, very good thing.
Yep.
Are you still out fishing in a little tent, staying warm, hovering over a hole in the ice?
No, we're actually driving back.
Okay, good. Ashley's up in Minnesota now, and she's taken up ice fishing.
Yep.
Very good.
It's fun.
Okay, awesome. Amazing. You can grow your Plexus team while out in the middle of nowhere fishing in a hole in the ice. That's awesome.
That's right.
Good deal. Does anybody else have a comment or a question before we close? I do want to say that the next chapters coming up are my favorite. I want you guys to look at Overcoming Rejection, which is 16, but chapter 17 is going to be your homework assignment for March, because it is how to take massive and immediate action. And I know all of you looking right at me, I see all of you have set goals, and I know what your goals are, and you're not going to get those goals without creating massive action. Now, the great thing about his plan is it's a 30-day challenge, and it's not one of those crazy, you've got to sign up, 110 people in 30 days. But it's encouraging you to spend 30 days of setting up appointments. So you're going to be filling your calendar so that you're getting in front of people to share the Plexus opportunity. So really, I would say that if we just want to concentrate on chapter 16 and 17 for this week, because March 1st on Tuesday, let's hit the ground running and say that this 30-day press, it's a great time for us to be on this chapter, starting a new month, using everything that we have picked up in this Millionaire by Halftime in doing the how to obtain huge results quickly. I think we've kind of set the stage and the foundation for that. I just have to say for a second, we've had several challenge groups going. We've been doing the 30-day challenge in our team page, and all of you have been participating. It's been amazing. It's been motivating and encouraging and inspiring for me. Some of you chose to do the silver in 7, which was great. I think I'm going to do that again sometime in March. We actually had 4 people who went silver in 7 days, and that was absolutely amazing. We have several people who were already silver but went out and signed 3 more people. So it was great. And it was basically, make your list, reach out to your list, share with people, practice inviting, get yourself in front of people to present Plexus and then follow up and get them rocking and rolling, you know, as a team member. And we compressed that all into 7 days, and it was fun and exciting. So chapter 17 will be our, you know, setup for that. And then maybe the second or third week of March, we will do the Silver and 7 as a big group on our team page to get everybody kind of pushed through. So I'm really excited. We've got a lot of things going on, a lot of people setting huge goals. Our convention contest points are now live. So when you log into your back office and go to your member summary, top right-hand corner is now a live look at what your contest points are. On the little tick marks for the red that's filling up the thermometer, you can hover over it and it'll show you how many points you need for the next contest prize. So I want all of you to shoot for at least 450 points for getting your registration reimbursed, because who doesn't want to go to a convention for free? So that's a great goal for you to have. So see where your points are so you can know, where do I need to be? So that's great. And I'm just so excited. I think March is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm very proud of all of you for all of the promotions that we have, all of them that are still to come tomorrow. So thank you guys for jumping on. And I will see you same time, same place next week. We'll get ready to rock and roll with chapter 16 and 17. Okay?
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, guys. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Good night, Sarah.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. No.
Good night. Thanks for jumping on.
Oh, hi, Nita. I didn't see you. Hi, Nita.
Hey.